All right, hello YouTube out there. Okay, all right, let's get started here. We'll wait for some people to kind of chime in and all that good stuff and that. So we'll see what happens. Probably sure some people are probably not coming up live right now, but there were some controversies with some other YouTube channels. One that we know personally. And that. So right now, let's get down to it right now. YouTube can be a good hobby. It's a good way to make a little extra money if you meet some criteria now. If everybody knows, in order to make a little extra money on the side on YouTube, you gotta have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Also, it can be an expensive hobby too because you got to have a good computer, you got to have good internet, and you got to have some good camera equipment and other equipment you choose to use to make your YouTube videos. That is called production costs and all that stuff. Whatever the content is on the video is at their expense, basically. So if our videos has to be doing an eating video at an eat-out restaurant, that is our expense that we choose to share with our audience and all that stuff. I'll probably be repeating this in when we about ready to wrap up this video when I get enough people to chime in that. So it is a good hobby, basically, to share your life or share your passions in that. Unfortunately, it's the viewer this is basically the viewer. It really doesn't have a clue basically how expensive it can be to do a YouTube video when it comes to camera equipment and all that stuff. I'll be showing some of the equipment that we have right now, and I'll explain with this computer why it came up. Hi, Rudy, how you doing? And that. So it can come at a nice little price in that. So we're waiting for some more people to chime in, but I think we got enough people to chime in. I'm hoping they relay this video and all that stuff and that. So comes down to is this. When we start a YouTube channel, we have to come up with the, like I said, the computer in, which comes at whatever the cost, it comes at the creator. Also, the size of internet, because we have different levels of internet that we buy ourselves. We just choose a moderate price internet, and hopefully we don't go over the usage. If we go over the usage, we get penalized for it. And that's just additional expenses that we have to pay. There's also other expenses we have to go. If I'm not replying to a lot of people, don't worry about it. Hi, Don. How you doing? Hi, Rudy, again. And that. So it comes down to what we have to spend and what people that help us out, what they spend to help this channel out is two different things and that. So right now, I'm going to show you what we had to pay out of pocket, and we will show you something that some of our subscribers help pay for and help provide you hopefully the best YouTube videos that we can, basically. So right now, when we first started our YouTube videos, we started with Angie's cell phone camera. Basically the cell phone camera. If you go back to our original videos, they're not the best. They're not really the best quality videos, but we did what we could. Actually, people think cell phones were only good for live shows. Actually, we was able to edit clips out of the cell phone, upload it to our software and all that stuff. I'll talk about the price of the software when we got to this computer. On the old computer that kind of took a dump on us recently, that came with the computer, basically. So it was free with the computer. But when we bought this one, I'll explain in a little bit here. We had to pay a third party just to have the simple software that we wanted to do until we had a little issue last December, which another subscriber helped pay for the current software to edit our videos now. And that. So we started vlogging with Angie's cell phone camera and that. So we didn't do no live shows there because I don't think YouTube, YouTube did have some live, but through cell phone we didn't had the know-how and all that stuff. Then this was given to us by Angie's mom. Of course, this is the Kodak Placeboard. This is almost a predecessor to the, almost a cheap version to a GoPro. Basically, that was it. Our basic to a GoPro and that. Now I'm going to show you a camera. This was paid for by one of our subscribers, and that we mainly use the Sony cam. This has been our workhorse cam for over 2 years. And this is where we shoot most of our videos and that. But we had some issues recently where we had the cord about ready to snap, the power cord right here that we charge and upload our videos about ready to snap off. So that would basically make us to purchase, right now I got it over here charging, is this beauty right here that came with its little cord. This is the battery charger with a backup battery. So now we can change batteries out, but this came at our cost, basically. So that came at our cost. Then there's when we did when we would do mounts and other cameras and all that stuff. I remember we would give one of our subscribers told us we had a video up called Geek Pro. It was a knockoff of a GoPro, and I didn't really care for the product. I didn't care the quality of the video. I thought the editing software was more difficult to run and all that stuff. That's when I was relatively new to YouTube. So one of our subscribers suggested a few things, and we'll talk about that too on the side. Suggested do some fan funding or a PayPal link, and they will send us money that way to help fund this camera. This is our first GoPro. This is a GoPro Hero. This is one of the first GoPros. It's basically comes in 2 pieces. There's what they call a waterproof back that makes this whole waterproof because it's all in case. The microphone is inside the case, so it doesn't really pick up sound very well. And there's a backup thing right here that goes with it, and it also has other mounts and all that stuff. So this will get the sound a little bit better, but still the sound sucks. So we use this for point of views and storm videos, basically. So we use that, and we came up 50%. One of our subscribers, because they were nice enough to donate money into either our PayPal. At the time, YouTube used to have fan funding until it changed to Super Chat. We came up the other 50% of the cost of this camera, and I think we would have been smart enough. I think we would have just saved another $100. We got ourselves a nice, a better camera. But this is what it is. Basically. So 50% cost came from our subscribers, 50% came out of our pocket, and that. So let me do this real quick. I noticed on another live show someone got heat for doing this, but they were eating. I'm drinking. Okay, other things that we had, expenses that we had to pay was when we did our Cedar Point trip back in 2016 and that. So hi Joe, Ryan, how you doing? And that we had to buy 2 of these mounts. These were the cheapest mounts I can find on Amazon. They were like almost like $10 each. So that was our expense. We use these on our storm videos where we actually mount our GoPro, or this is actually, believe it or not, this camera is also waterproof too, believe it or not. We could probably mount either this camera or the GoPro. Probably we'll use the GoPro. We will mount it up, screw it on, like we just screw it on. Basically, we just screw it on and we mount it to the window outside, and that's how we get our storm video from last year. That's how we got our storm video. And that. So, of course, on our Cedar Point trip, we forgot a little battery charger. It's not much. It was just enough to charge a cell phone. But then I came across this beauty in Sandusky, Ohio. It came with its own USB cord, but any cords would work on this thing, just like on the here. So we had to spend an extra few bucks out of pocket so we could have a way to charge our cameras at the time. At the time, I used to charge this camera with this if I needed to. And it was not easy to do. Trust me, it's not easy to do, but if we get enough charge, we just take it off and recharge this again with the car rental that we had at the time. But this was an extra out-of-pocket expense on our end and that. Okay, then let's talk about the computer that I'm talking to you right now. This is the computer we got last year, last April of 2017. Remember, we was uploading our videos through another computer that's just the hard drive just completely died out of it. It's just dead. It's just dead. So we're not going to invest into out-of-pocket to repairs of that because Angie said she wants to get out of town, and we're going to get out of town eventually, but we're waiting on some things in there and that. So we're waiting for that. But then there was a reason why we not upload for a week because we were ordering this computer at the time. We had to find a computer in a pinch that what met our budget. Basically our budget, basically. So what we did was we met our budget, basically. We did get a little help, believe it or not. We did get a little help from our subscribers to help pay for this computer. So we owe it. We still owe it to them. Even it was about a year ago we was making payments on this computer. It was a year ago we were making payments on this computer. We had a couple of donations through our PayPal to help fund for this computer. So we still owe it to them. And we shall provide videos and that. So when we get donations ourselves, we don't ask for them. It just happens, basically. Remember, I said a week or so ago that if anybody, we do have a PayPal link. We're not expected of any donations. They're appreciated, but not really welcome, basically. But we'll take them if you tell us exactly how we want. And I've always set that rule in that. So if someone, let's say, popped in $20, say, Angie and Chuck, go have dinner. That's what we did on a couple of videos and all that a while ago in that. So we had people that actually bought us dinner. And we actually made a video but we just, when people donate to that PayPal, we don't tell you the amount. We just say, hey, somebody contribute to our PayPal. Thank you very much, whoever it may be. Could be Greg out of Miami, Florida. It could be Sally out of Chicago. It could be Joey out of Manitoba, somewhere up in Manitoba or something like that, or Saskatchewan or wherever. We did get a donation from Australia back in 2016. We actually made a video last year. We had our heart set to go to Buffalo Wild Wings opening day. We had our heart sets for it. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it because of one reason. Our fish tank air pump went out. So what I did was instead of taking the money that was going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, we actually put the money towards the fish tank. To get a new pump and all, to get new pump and filters for the fish tank. When that video went live, when I went to bed, no big deal out of it. It was just a normal video. Just say we had a fish crisis. I forgot what the video was. It was a fishy crisis that we had. It was a 3-4 part series on the fish tank situation. And on the next morning when I woke up to check my email, all of a sudden, I had 2 PayPal donations pending. One came from somewhere in Iowa, and the other one came from Australia. And one was just help to reimburse. It's basically what it was. It helped reimburse what I paid for the pump, and they tell us go ahead and have Buffalo Wild Wings, which we incorporated in another video a few days later, but it was somewhere towards the middle of the video anyway. But actually, we made a whole video going to Buffalo Wild Wings anyway. But we did not go to opening day because we missed our opening day. People asked me, Chuck, how come you didn't film opening day? Because I told them we had a fish crisis. And basically, I told them you will see the video coming up because we do delay our videos. And there's a reason why some YouTubers do delay their videos because it's editing and rendering and to make sure they have the proper upload. And that's another extra expense on some of those YouTubers who are traveling over the road. Doesn't matter if it's a truck or RV or just do a notification video. If they're uploading on the road, they're going to have to pay extra for YouTube, for for data and all. Just for extra data. At another location, if they cannot get on free Wi-Fi of any kind, you have to, there's some places here in town, you have to pay an extra $2.99 just to hook up on their internet system. That's good for 2 hours. That's an extra. I know $2.99 is not much, but if you're going to be uploading a lot of videos and it takes you 10 hours, it does add up a lot, add up in a hurry. And so that's just expenses that the YouTuber creator has to spend. Now, if all they ask is views, maybe an occasional donation once in a while, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. But as this channel, we're going to talk about this channel alone, basically. So reason we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers is because we want our videos to get monetized again. And I want to use the monetization to help fund this channel and all that stuff. There's another way I can also fund the channel in a way. If you notice, I'm wearing the Angie and Chuck Show t-shirt. We are considering, seriously considering, I don't know how soon we're going to do it. I got to look how we're going to design them and all that stuff. But we are considering selling Angie and Chuck Show t-shirts to help fund the channel and that. But usually shirt sales, merchandise sales for small channels doesn't go as planned. It does take longer to sell items. It don't make a whole lot of profit on them to help fund your channel, but it is a way to do it. In a way, it's something I would consider ourselves. Because I gave away 5 of these shirts ourselves to 5 subscribers of ours. It came at our cost, and we were glad to do it to those subscribers. But it is at our cost, basically. Luckily, I had a local business that kind of helped us out financially, so they was making these shirts for us at their cost for very little to no profit to them, which is not fair to that business, but it was kind of help us out and also help promote their business at the same time. Hopefully they will get new customers and all that stuff. So once I mailed out the shirts, I mailed out business cards from the business that got us the shirts made. So basically that was it. So in order for me to use this company, I would have to make sure it's all United States customers only. It is very expensive to ship up in Canada. It's probably very expensive to ship overseas. And so it was just restricted to only U.S. customers. And when if I do something online, then there's a chance that I will let that company worry about shipping overseas and all that stuff. That'd be what you guys figure it in when you guys order and all that stuff. So basically that's it. Hang on a second here. Okay. But we should not get on a YouTuber that's hard. I know we get a lot of help from our subscribers. We appreciate every help we get from our subscribers because they like to help channels out. We cannot be jumping on them any way, shape, or form. If you're going to help out a YouTube channel, please do, if all possible. I know on a couple of live shows, I have donated myself, ourselves. Angie and I, we have donated somewhat back. Wasn't much, but it was every little bit help to that channel out. Even they were bigger channels than us, basically. So we helped out a couple of channels with their live shows. One was taken by both of them was taken by total surprise. I'm not going to mention their channels in case we get one of those TROLLS. Yeah. We don't want one of them lurking, basically. I'm pretty sure one will be lurking right now, just to check it out, see where we're at. But like I said, we do have a lot of personal expenses. Now we'll come down to personal expenses, basically. And this is where a lot of people have to say, okay, are we going to continue as a hobby that's going to eat us because one thing we share is when we put our videos up, when we make our videos, sharing our household expenses. Don't mention Okay, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Joe Clinton. When we share our household expenses, that would be our expenses even without YouTube. When we did our Cedar Point trip any road trips that we did, basically, except for our hockey trips, that was kindness of that subscriber to pay for those hockey games. We made videos over it, and we came out with a good video, and they liked the video. Don't even get the views that they were hoping for, but they liked how we produced the videos, and it came at their expense. One of our subscribers went overboard on their spending towards this channel. That is their choice, because that is their choice, and that's what they want to do to help this channel out, to help provide some good content and all that stuff. And we were blown by surprise. We get an email saying, Angie and Chuck, are you up for a hockey game? Or like go to a Blackhawks game? Do you want to go to a Blues game? Whatever. We just say yes, we would do that and that. So making my lunch, listen to, it's not really that sounds good, but there's Salty Dog. But it's just that a lot of YouTubers start selling balloons. They should, yeah, they'll jump up. Yeah, I might lose my Cubs fans. Basically, yeah, Rocket, I know who you are. I know who you are. We'll talk about it eventually. and that. So, hi, Big Ben, how you doing? Yeah, it's just when YouTubers, it's like a hobby, like any hobby there is. Just like any hobby. If you're making model cars, they don't come to you free. You have to pay for them, and if you make enough, that cost adds up, and that. So another way you can get somewhat reimbursed on those things is by selling them. Now here on YouTube is basically the only way we get reimbursed, which is not much at all on this channel. It's now zero, because it's through monetization on our videos. That's why we're trying to reach to 1,000 subs. And there's no guarantees that the videos will get monetized anyway. But because people are willing to donate their hard-earned money to this channel, we still owe them to this day. Even if they donate a big hunk of money last year, I know we had a lot of good-sized donations last year, because we were in the middle of making payments on this computer, and we had a baseball trip yet to go. And we had to cancel the whole vacation plans I had planned for that summer just to focus on the baseball trip. So whatever money we were donating, we used part of it to a baseball trip, and we was told to use part of it for making payments on this computer and that. So that was it. What happens if this computer crashes? Well, guess what? We will not. The only time you will see us is through my regular cell phone, my new cell phone. Basically my new cell phone to do live shows. But if I'm not on Wi-Fi, I'm using my data. And if I use enough data, I have to buy data, and it can run. If I had to buy enough data, it can run me anywhere from $10 to $30 to get more data. And that's the only way you're going to see us live. That'd be extra expenses to us. And that, so we would have to reconsider with the channel, and that's something that if we don't get monetized by 2019, it's something that we may have to consider, basically, because it's really, really difficult. Because when it comes to camera equipment, do we want to invest ourselves more camera equipment if we're not monetized? Basically, that's it. That was the idea of getting back to AdSense and use the AdSense revenues to help fund this channel. That was our one goal that we had, just use only AdSense revenues, which is not much at all, basically. I think the last time I got paid through our Freedom Network, we was with Freedom ourselves. I think our last payment was in January, because I asked for 1 month in advance, so they took out a 2% more to pay us in the 1 month in advance. So our last payment was in January through Freedom, and we got paid for a month of December about $13, but through December 18th. I couldn't imagine how much more we would have made. I could not imagine how much more we would have made if we never was with Freedom Network anyway, because you would have had to add 40% to that, basically. So if YouTube tells us we were making $25 for a particular month, you take away 40%, that's a lot of money. It gets eaten away to the MCN, and really the MCN was really no help. There was really no help during the whole situation with small channels. They were kind of helping out their bigger channels instead, and that. So that's another thing. And another thing with YouTube is they want to promote their bigger channels, and they want to now they're trying to push more Hollywood stuff here on YouTube. That's what I've been hearing lately here on YouTube. They want to bring in more recognizable people through Hollywood. So basically, what you see on TV every night is coming here, basically, and that. So, yeah. But yeah, right now my AdSense is basically I cannot tap into it right now because I don't have the $100 threshold. I'm sitting on 75, 77. It's been sitting there since we left AdSense to go with Freedom. What Freedom paid us every dime they owed us, basically. Of course, they took their 40% on top of that, but they paid us every dime they owed us. So we're all paid and squared from Freedom. We're not with them no more, and that. And of course, a lot of small channels who are not monetized are getting kicked off these networks anyway because they're not monetized. Because the networks wants their money, and they want their money. So YouTube made a policy telling the networks kick these channels that don't make them hardly nothing, basically. And that's basically what they did. I can't speak for Freedom anymore because I'm not with them no more. So I wouldn't care less about them anymore and all. But yeah, it is expensive. It can be an expensive hobby. If someone asks money somehow, don't get mad at them. Basically, just don't get mad at them. If you don't want to donate, don't. Okay. If you want to donate. I say it always says, donate to the channel you believe in the most and surprise them. You'd be surprised in that. So I know. Well, I was surprised when we got a donation back in 2016 when we made a video about our fish tank situation. I didn't wake up in the morning expecting a donation. I know some of our donations that we get when we got a donation, we get a message in our video saying, "Hey, Chuck, Angie, check out your PayPal link. Check out your PayPal. We gave something to you." And we rolled our PayPal, and sometimes our jaw goes like that. We were not expecting it, and that. So, when your favorite creator has other expenses outside of YouTube, they got to try to keep their expenses away from YouTube as much as possible. So this way, our household expenses, if we shared it with you guys, that's our prerogative. So if we want to go out, now tonight, you're going to see a video that we spend a lot of money on personal items that we are going to need here. We're going to share it because it's a way to save money. And of course, you can see the evidence right here. There's one evidence right here, and there's no evidence about right. You see this box right over. Let me get right here. See this box right here? That's going to be featured on tonight's video. These two boxes, what I'm pointing to. One right here over my shoulder right here, and one over here on the deep freeze. We almost plugged in that deep freeze for some items, but we cut back because we didn't have enough funds for it. But we just bought enough that what we need to keep the extra expenses down. And I made another video talking about how cheap it was and that. So, yeah. And a lot of people think we make a lot of money on YouTube. We don't really make hardly nothing, basically. Actually, when I was running my math last year on our videos, we were making less than we were making like 1/4 1/4 of 1 cent, for less than 1/4 of 1 cent for every view we got. So we had to have at least 5 or 6 clicks on our videos just to even make 1 cent in that. So that's basically it. That if you go by per views in that. So basically that was it. But otherwise, we were averaging at the time was our maximum payout was, this is before Freedom took out 40%. AdSense estimated $2.50 for every 1,000 views, which is not much. It is hardly much at all. And time you add it all up, I mean, time you add it all up at the end of the month and all that stuff, with basically the views and all that stuff, we were barely enough at the time when we started getting paid for AdSense. We barely had enough to buy one of these at the time. But then, as the views got increased, the revenues increased somewhat, we just graduated to basically up to maybe 3 of them if they're on sale. That was it. That was the lucky we get, basically. But it didn't really. I mean, for small channels, it's just really nothing. You're just making enough to buy something that you really need at the time. But basically, that's it. But yeah, we need more thumbs. I don't know why we got thumbs down, but you know, it's one of those people that don't like donations anyway. It's not like we're asking for them. I mean, sometimes it does happen to our channel. We will make a random video at any time, and we will get a message say in the comment section in the below. We had happened a couple of times saying, Chuck and Nancy, check out your PayPal, and we will go like this, and we are required to thank the person. We don't have to say, like I said earlier, we're gonna say thank you, Sally from Cedar Rapids, or thank you, Bob from New York City, New York. You know, just like that's it. But we don't have to give them the dollar amount. We're not obligated. Now, if we did super chat, that's a whole different ballgame right there. That's a whole different ballgame. If anybody wants super chats with your favorite YouTubers, doesn't matter how big or how small, as long as they have super chat, you can tell who donated the money and how much, and that's their prerogative. You don't get mad at them because they donated to that YouTuber. It just saying, okay, I'm not going to donate. That's fine. That's your decision. But don't get mad at that person because they donated their money to that channel. I see that too many times. I'll go into the comment section. I'll watch it live. I'll read the comment section. And I will see one of those jealous people saying, why is he getting that donation? You should never get that donation. You know what? That's fine because it's your money. You do what you want with it, basically. But don't get mad at somebody else. They decided to give their favorite channel a little extra bucks, okay? Because sometimes that helps funds the channel and all that. And like we have a rule ourselves. If anybody contributes to our channel, they have to tell us exactly what we need to do with it, and we will make a video over it. That's what we try to do, and we try to hold to our word. Like I said, when someone contributed 50% to this GoPro, we come up the other half, and we got ourselves a GoPro. That's what we did, and that's exactly what we did in that. If someone donated a camera to us, we thank the person, and we got a camera from a subscriber. We thank them, and it's been, like I said, this camera has been a workhorse camera. Even if it has a minor issue with it, it still works. It still works. So as long as it works, we can make videos with it and that. But we are going to be investing a new camera ourselves, but probably won't be until sometime until next year, hopefully. Hopefully till next year. But we do have this as a backup. We do have our cell phones as a backup. This makes pretty good videos on that. I filmed a video and used parts of this on one of our videos. I think it came out pretty good in a way. So and of course that is our expenses and that. And of course I forgot to tell you, that one of our subscribers got us, you know, this beauty thing. Got us two. One had a broken leg, if you remember correctly. One had a broken leg. But Dad was able to do some videos here at the apartment and on the patio where we set up our tripod. This way I can go hands-free somewhat in a way, so I don't have to hold the camera out. I don't have to hold the camera out like this to make hi YouTube and all that stuff all the time, because, you know, there is something called YouTube arm. It hurts. It's almost like carbon tunnel, but YouTube arm hurts because when you're holding out for a period of time, I mean, it's straight out, you're holding a camera, and it gets pretty heavy at times. So, yeah. And that. So, yeah, it's making it harder for small channels to get all that stuff, Rudy. Yeah, it is harder because there's channels out there right now that does have both qualifications, but it's taking a while to get monetized. And unfortunately, some of those channels are basically going to be starting throwing in the towel eventually. So I know there's one channel that I subscribe to hasn't uploaded since February 20th. That was the last day all small channels got demonetized. And when they finally got over the 1,000, they didn't get over the 1,000 subs till after the February 20th deadline. And basically they got demonetized, and they made a couple more videos. They got their watch time and all that stuff, and they haven't really uploaded. And you're not, I thought you were making a little bit more, because by getting rid of all the monetizations for all the small channels, thinking the channels that has 1,000 subscribers or more would make it a little bit more. Actually, they're about even from last year or less, because, you know, we're at the mercy of the large YouTubers. You know, your Jake Pauls, your Logan Pauls, your Beauty Pies. You know, all these large channels that gets media attention, and usually it's negative attention. And when they put up a really horrendous video that basically violate a lot of community guidelines, media takes notice of this. So what does the advertisers do? They flee. They run. And it's YouTube's got to do something to punish the bigger YouTubers instead of punishing the smaller YouTubers. Why are we getting punished for what a larger YouTuber does and that? So, yeah. Yeah. That's right. And you need to subscribe real quick because you like to pick on me because I'm a Cubs fan, because we almost have the same team colors and that. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I'm coming up blurry. I just checked my little replay back here. I look a little blurry, but I'm watching my own live and I look clear, but I just clipped out the replay. Man, I look blurry. But yeah, you notice I'm at 709. I just hit 709 this morning, just prior to going live. Now, it does not mean it will stay at 709 later today or tomorrow, because I had people unsubscribe, just subscribe to unsubscribe. We had that many happens and that. My watch time, let me check out here. I just checked my watch time. Actually, I checked my watch time for the last 12 months. We're at 5,966 hours of watch time. That is up big time. And we were, last year at this time, we were barely averaging between 4,000 and 4,100 hours of watch time. So that is a significant time. Yeah, Rudy, I know that. 2.5 months is a long time, and you were a much bigger channel than all of us. 2.5 months is a long time to get remonetized. That is ridiculous. But that's what YouTube is doing, basically. To tell you the truth, on that end, I think YouTube should have been doing this from day one when they started monetization to the channel. What they should have done. I know I said in the past, they should have started with 500 subscribers with maybe 2,000 hours of watch time, or maybe 2,500 hours of watch time. And that would have fixed the problem right now. Unfortunately, when they decided to do all you need is no subscribers, one video, and it ends up being a video that the news talks about if it's positive or negative. If it's a negative video, it becomes a real viral video. All of a sudden they're making money on it. basically. Unfortunately, someone uploaded a video here on YouTube recently. We had an incident here in town. I didn't talk about it, so you only heard it for the first time, where someone uploaded a video getting assaulted in somebody's home, just flat out just getting their butt kicked. And unfortunately, it was on Facebook. It started on Facebook, and the Clinton law enforcement got the hands on it. There was arrest, and there was charges made. Unfortunately, the video, someone screen captured that video and uploaded it to YouTube. And I'm not going to share the link to that video. It is very, very disturbing. So I'm just going to leave it as that. But the Clinton police force did arrest the people that was involved in that beating. They should have arrested the cameraman also, but I don't think they did. I don't know on that. But there was a lot of opinions on that all over town. But the Clinton police force did a very good job cracking down on that, basically. So that was it. That's what makes YouTube bad, when people upload stuff like that. And if it made national news, if it's monetized or not monetized, guess what? If it made national news or world news over that, it would make more advertisers leave YouTube. Basically, that's it, because that's what advertisers do. And when the media gets hold of something like that, or anything that's negative, and the media doesn't like it, they'll just go at it. And sometimes media can be a friend of yours, or it can be an enemy of yours. Sometimes you have to watch how you deal with media and all that stuff. I think Rudy has some experience with media himself. If you're still on, I think you had experience with some. They had to ask for you permission for a video clip for a news article and that. So you have to watch how it's presented, because sometimes you want to present it a certain way, but the media will do it a different way because they're the media. They can do what they want, basically. So you gotta be careful on that when you're dealing with media, and that's one thing we're going to be aware of ourselves as we get bigger and bigger and bigger, hopefully, and that. So, okay, right now it is. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up real quick here. Yeah. There's a lot of people that does a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube, but if we keep our content clean, show our advertisers in a way that, hey, our channel is good to advertise on. That's good. We have our controversial days. Every YouTuber is going to have a controversial video. We're no different. I'm pretty sure this live stream will be somewhat different and all that stuff. Okay, let's just wrap it up right here. It is a hobby. It is costly on that. When we had our subscribers to sell how to help you guys financially, that's why we have the PayPal link. That's why we used to have fan funding until YouTube took it away and put it in Super Chat instead. That's how we tip the creator their hard work on their videos, okay? So if you want to donate to your favorite YouTuber, by all means do it, but do it reasonably and all that stuff. I mean, if you donate to another channel or don't donate to this one, I don't get mad because I won't even know about it and that. But you know what? I had my own share of donations ourselves. So basically, we had our own share of donations and we thank every single one of them that had contributed one way or another to this channel. That's why we're still here. And that's why we're going to see it, basically. So whenever we get anything that somebody helps out our channel one way or another. Oh, another thing I've got to show you real quick. This was paid for by one of our subscribers, but I'm going to be going on. I may be doing a reorder on these. That's another extra expense too, basically. So that's trying to help build try to build subscribers and viewers. But we got to target people that is mostly a watcher, not a creator, basically. So we get, and those people is harder to find. Subscribing to a creator to creator subscriber, I have no issues with it. It just makes it harder to watch. It's harder for them. They have to watch your videos. It makes it harder for them to upload and create content themselves because they're busy watching other creators and all that stuff. And it's just basically. So a quick rundown is this, because I got to get out of here so I can cook an early supper tonight. We got a busy night tonight. I don't feel like eating that where we're going later tonight anyway. So we were planning to eat early here at home. So, and that. So, okay, here I gotta do here. Okay, basically is YouTube for the small channels is a hobby. It is a very expensive hobby because we gotta have the computers. We gotta have the software. And the software I had to get to this computer on this one I'm talking to you. The one I had to pay for, the Movie Maker, I had to pay an extra almost $30 for out of pocket myself. Then when things kind of started acting up around December, we had somebody else contribute to the current movie editor right now as well, Video Studio X10 by Corral, basically. So that was paid for by somebody else, and we thank them too on that. And we still, if they had to be watching, thank you again on that. So that's just added expenses. You know, we had to get a new computer. That was expenses on us. 50% of this GoPro. I forgot to show you, this was also donated to by somebody else. I know who it was, but we had issues with this one. The lens inside, the inside you can't get to, it's smudged. It's not on the outside, it's on the inside, and that's impossible to clean. I have to take it someplace they have to take it apart to clean out the lens inside. But this was paid for, 50% was paid for our subscribers. We had to pay 50% out of pocket. When we made a goof on one of our trips, we had to pay for this to help charge our equipment. If we were in the parks and all that stuff, we had to pay out of pocket on that. Because my cell phone went dead, I had to buy a new cell phone. And we did videos on this, so that was another expense. If I had to go do a live show away from Wi-Fi, that's going to eat up my data. I had to buy new data. That's more expenses and all that stuff. And of course, when we had cord problems when we got cord issues with this, we had to buy this. Like I said, we had to buy this. It was extra expenses in that. If we had to buy a new camera, that's going to have to come out of our pocket and all that stuff. So like I said, it is an expensive hobby. There's a lot of hobbies out there in the whole world that is going to run you money. And the best way to hopefully get reimbursed is through all the channels that I subscribe to does have a donation button. How often they get it, they don't have to say. I don't think I'm obligated to say who, but because I like to say thank you, because I was told to thank the person that did it. It's a proper way to get them recognized. And, you know, like I said, if the haters are going to hate, I say don't hate on, you can hate on the creator, but don't hate on the person that made the donation, because that's a different issue in that. So we have to thank all our contributors as much as possible. It is very important. And also, if we had the finances ourselves, we will return the favor just like that. Right now, the money's a little tight because tonight's video is going to be one of our expensive videos because we had to buy stuff for here. And, you know, we like to snack on stuff. We thought you're going to find out tonight what we bought for snack items. I told Angie, stop snacking on them because you don't want to run out before the time runs out, because it's supposed to give. What we bought was 3 months, and we bought something else too, and something else. And I bought a few things myself. I had to buy something for the fish too, so you see it on tonight's video, and it is expensive, and we want to share it. That's fine. That's our home expenses. But if we had to buy a new camera for upload, that is more production costs on us and that. So if we had to buy, yeah, that would be nice, but it will never happen because Pepsi is one of the advertisers that left and it's not coming back, basically, and that. So, and Tim Hortons. Don't forget Tim Hortons. I do drink their coffee, but they don't have nothing around here at all. So. Okay, yeah, if someone, I agree with Rudy's video 100%. It is expensive to do a YouTube video. if someone asked, I know I was asked a question last year before I was given, last year, I was asked this. Chuck, Angie, are you guys going to get a drone? I said at the time, at the person, I said no, because it is too expensive. Even if we get a halfway decent drone, it is expensive. It just adds more production costs. I love drone videos. I have a couple of drone videos that was given to me by Rudy and Jukebox. It does add a little more twist to it, but it is, like I said, it is an expense, and I'm limited where I can. Here in town, I'm kind of limited where I can fly it, basically. So, and that. So it is. It is. Like I said, if let's say if we had a minimum donation, let's say, what about Patreon? Patreon is another way to help fund the channel. But one thing about Patreon is you have to create special stuff. Hang on a second here. I gotta do something off camera here real quick. Hang on a second, okay? I hate runny noses. Sorry about that. I had to do that real quick. I hate runny noses. I have a sinus issue in that, so. Yeah, like Rudy said, if someone's willing to spend $1 a month, now, even if it's in PayPal, they do take a small percentage out. If it's like $1 a month, let's say only from maybe for our channel. Let's say our channel instead. Like, no, we're at what? 700 and let's say 709 subscribers. We average about, let's say, 100 and I last looked, we average about 133 clicks per day on our videos. That's what we've been averaging now, 133 clicks. Let's say out of those 133 clicks, we get, let's say, 25 of them just donate $1 to PayPal a month, off and on. Just for, let's say, even for 3 months. That's an extra time to take out that money. That's an extra that's what we was getting through AdSense, and almost $7 more we get through when we used to go through Freedom and that. So basically that would be a great idea, you know, like I said, $1 for 6 months, minus the whatever percentage PayPal takes. Let's say they took out 10%, that's 90 cents, and you take that, you know, for me, let's say 25 people, let's say 90 cents, basically times, let's say 25 people. That's $2.20. That's $22.50. And you know what? That's helps keep a channel viable. That's the minimum to keep this channel viable too, in a way. That's about what we were making before Freedom took out their 40%. So let's say if I took out 40%, if I was over Freedom, subtract 40%. Let me do that here again. I goofed. And subtract 2250, subtract 40. No, I didn't mean to do that. I goofed again. Here we do that. Here real quick here. Dang it. Trying to do this here real quick here. Sometimes you get too much in a hurry. Subtract 40%. That'd be $14.50, about $14. That's about what, that was almost what we made in the month of December, but it was like 13 something. Hi, Kip and Jake, how you doing? And that. So it is expensive proposition. Yeah, $22.50 from 40% if we were still with our network. And it comes down to 14 something, basically around 14 something. So that's if we were still with our network. But it's from 10% if you, I think PayPal takes 10%. I'm not for sure. I think it was 10%. I was basing this on a $10 donation. Basically, it was about maybe around 10, maybe 12%. I don't know. But yeah, it's just crazy. on that. But those sites got to be funded too. They have to fund their sites too, to keep their sites viable too. So basically, so crowdfunding sites, they have to take a percentage too. Even GoFundMe has to take a percentage too from their donations and that. So to keep that site funded too, and that. So they try to keep the minimum as possible. But YouTube through Super Chat, they take up to 30%. So YouTube gets a little greedy with their Super Chat. Will we do Super Chat? I would love to do Super Chat, have Super Chat activate on this channel, but I got to get 1,000 subscribers first in order to do that. But I have to be monetized at the same time. I would have to believe in that. I don't know. YouTube changes the rules so often, it's ridiculous in that. And that's why a lot of creators basically is throwing in a towel because they just don't know what rules they're going by. As far as I know, the algorithm, if they talk about the algorithm, could have changed about 500 million times during this live show. That's how often they do it, basically. So, as for YouTube, and that, but yeah, what it comes down to is this: it is an expensive hobby, just like any hobby you do. No matter if it's making model cars. Angie used to do a lot of latch hooking. The only time you saw a latch hook was about a year or so ago. We did it on a video. But it is expensive. That hobby can be expensive. If you do it, there was 2 people in town used to do hot air ballooning for their hobby. You know how they got subsidized for that? They sold advertising for every flight. So when they go fly for 1 hour, a local business will sponsor that balloon flight for 1 hour, and that's how they subsidized their balloon flights. Otherwise, it is a very expensive hobby. Is hot air ballooning? It is very expensive. Basically, it's probably one of the most expensive hobbies there is. If you go on backwoods 4-wheeling, that's considered a hobby. Fishing, you're fishing for food, but that there's bait and tackle and all that. That comes down to and that. So yeah, it can be very expensive. So if we're looking at new cameras, that is our expenses that we have to pay. If we decide to give out more T-shirts to some of our subscribers, that's added expenses to us. If we have to reorder business cards, that's extra expenses to us. If we have to buy, let's say, a battery charger to just in case if this one fails, that's extra expenses to us. Maybe a new camera similar to this, that's extra expenses to us. And remember, we got to keep our household expenses away from YouTube. Even if we do share it, we do share our household expenses. But if I had to buy a new computer, it's going to be mostly for household stuff. And I'll have one computer for the 2%. Okay, thank you. It's 2%. Okay, I thought it was 2%, depending on the size. Okay, I think it's 2% on depending on the size. I'm really not for sure on that. But yeah, I think that's right. About 2%. It's really relatively low versus Super Chat, which they take about 30% on that. But I would love to have it going if I had 1,000 subscribers. But then you get people who donated, because you get the haters will latch on them and all that stuff. And I said I don't know if it's even worth the argument. But right now, for the channels that we donated on Super Chat, we never really got us basically any way, shape, or form. We were considered lucky at the time, and that. So, and a lot of people who and the computer prices, I'll guarantee you, the computers I see on the market is nowhere near $5,000. Actually, the computer that I saw Rudy gave to his son, most of them don't even get to $1,000. The ones I've seen in my area barely gets to $1,000 and that. But I think the average Acer computer would be around $500 to $600. That's probably the reality of it. Is I can get a halfway decent computer for maybe less than $800, and it would meet my needs for YouTube. It would meet my needs for my video games like Planet Coaster, Sims, and some other PC games I will play. As long as it meets my minimum requirements, I'm good. I'm good to go. So basically that's it. I just got I do have a graphic card as a backup, so we can use that graphic card to help boost the game a little bit. But I may have to, but that's my expense. Oh, there's another expense if you're a YouTuber, a gaming YouTuber. Their expenses is ridiculously high than any channel you watch on YouTube because they need the highest end computer, and their highest end computer can cost them up to $1,800, maybe $2,500 tops. So this $5,000 computer, they ain't gonna happen for a home PCs. That's not gonna happen. I think for a gaming channel that has the most expensive computers, because they gotta have the top graphic cards to make their games fluently and play fluently with no lagging and all that stuff. It is very expensive. I watched a gaming channel doing a game review on a game I recently bought last year, Planet Coaster. That was our personal expense. I didn't really share much on YouTube. I just shared what we got and made fun of it and all that stuff. And I shared one of my roller coaster rides on the video, but I had to hold a camera in front of the monitor because I was not going to pay an extra fee for that. So basically that was it. We had to pay that was for personal enjoyment and all that stuff. But just to play it on the right graphic card, I need the highest end graphic card. You really need the highest end computer. So basically you need a minimum of like a $1,200 computer. Since we can't afford that type of computer, I just got a graphic card that cost me about $80 to $90 and that just to even consider playing it. And it does work, but it works up to a point before it starts lagging again. So I have what I call a minimum requirements. I just meet the minimum requirements. I'm good to go on these PC games. That's it. And that is it. If I can get the minimum requirements, I'm good in that. So then when it comes to videos and all that stuff, like I said, we are considering, but one thing is Angie is considering that she wants to get out of town. We're still waiting on a refund check that has not come in yet. So I can't book nothing until I got this a refund check to come in. Once our refund check comes in on something, then I can start booking our trip. Otherwise, we have no trip this summer. But I'm not going to be asking here. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I mean, if I woke up, let's say a month from now, and someone says, Chuck, Angie, check your PayPal account, and I see a message and it says, you guys deserve a reunification, and I see a donation that I would have to call an ambulance to do CPR on me because I will have a heart attack, basically. I don't want that kind of donations. No. But whoever did, like I said, whoever donates to this channel is a real fan to this channel, basically. And we don't ask at all. If it happens, I mean, if we would make a casual video of anything, and we wake up tomorrow morning after the video goes live 2 days from now, because if we make a video tonight, it could be about anything. And after it goes live, let's say within 24 or 48 hours, all of a sudden I check my emails and there's a PayPal donation that says, Chuck, go buy yourself something, anything. What's anything for me? But I would probably put it towards camera equipment if necessary in that. But our goal is to use AdSense revenues to help fund this channel. But in order to do that, we have to have 1,000 subscribers. We got the watch time. I got 5,966 hours of watch time as of this morning. I mean, watch time for myself is not an issue. It's just trying to get to 1,000 subs. And once we get 1,000 subs, it's about a 2-month wait, maybe a 2.5-month wait to get approved for AdSense. And that's what our goal is, basically. It is a good goal to have. It's a good goal to reach. But like I said, treat it as a hobby. then eventually turn it into a business. That's what we should have been saying in the first place. Train it as a hobby, turn it into a business, and hopefully it works out. Knock on wood, they say. And that. And of course, if you got a nice hot channel, in fact, one of the guys I just went live today that kind of helped our channel growth. He's live right now. I don't know if I'm going to jump in on him because every time I get subs from that channel, when he goes off the air, I lose subs almost immediately. Okay. I just got an email from PayPal. How about that? Just check. Oh, Rudy, you don't have to. Come on, Rudy. You didn't have to do that. If it's you, you don't have to do that. Come on. And that. But yeah, thank you very much if it's you anyway. Let me go check. Let me go check my Hotmail. Basically. Yeah. Just like that. And that. So I'm just checking it real quick here. Yeah, thank you very much, Rudy. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, it's fast. And if I need it now, I can pay an extra quarter to get it in my bank account now. But I'm going to let it sit in the, I'm going to let it sit. Yeah, Chuck is going to Disneyland. Woohoo! But thank you anyway, Rudy. I know we work hard on our videos and all that stuff. That helps teach us, and that helps teach us in Center Tide more. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a perky video tonight. I'm going to really make a perky video tonight. I don't know what kind of video I'm going to do. I'm going to make it perky. I got to make it quick, too, because Angie doesn't really have time today. Because as soon as she comes home, she's going to have dinner. I got to get it cooking here in a little bit here. Get it going. I might have to make a video over what we're cooking. I think I'll make a cooking video tonight instead. So right now, I'll follow the instructions on it, Rudy. Thank you very much one more time. I'm not going to say the amount on it, but yeah, they took a percentage out of there and that. So yeah, I think it's around 2%. Basically, I'll just find out what it was here real quick. Yeah, I think they take out just less than 2%. Actually, it was less than 2%, I think it was at the time. So, and that. So, thank you once again. If anybody else, it's your money, whatever you want to do with it. Okay. I know I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down on that right now. I can almost see it right now. I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down at this point of the video. But if they even make it up to this point of this video, because it is pretty long too. So, yeah. No, we're not going to Disneyland, but we got a PayPal donation, Joe Quinn. We got a PayPal donation from Rudy and that. And I will not be surprised if we see another one or two probably tonight. But we're going to put it towards something else that we really want. Basically, is I'm looking at possibly equipment. We do have a trip plan that could happen too. Basically, but I'm waiting for other funds to come in first before we start booking. And any donations we get anywhere, I'll follow those instructions to a T and see what happens. Okay. And that, because I have not read the email. I just went right to PayPal and see who donated it. That was faster because my email comes up a lot slower. And of course, I gotta make and we're gonna have, like I said, an expensive video. I hope you guys enjoy it tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's stock up, bulk up trip. And she did some clips on her own. You'd be surprised. She did some clips on her own. It's going to be very fun for her to do. And that, yeah, that would be a dream trip. Disneyland, Disney World. I've been to Disney World in Florida. Angie has never gone to any of those parks. None. And I said, boy, I would love to take her to one of them. I would love to, but our budget comes first. Our home budget comes first before our out-of-town budget and that. So, and that. No, we're not going to Disneyland. I wish we could. I'd rather go to Disney World because it's in Florida, but if we have to go to California, I would go to Disneyland in California. I would love to go there. Then I want to go to Magic Mountain, go to Magic Mountain, go to Knott's Berry Farm, and for heaven's sakes, probably taking a Dodgers game. I would love to go to Dodgers Stadium. That's a unique. I heard that's a unique stadium when they built that thing. I just wanted to go out and experience Dodger Stadium, and I want to put my 2 feet into the Pacific Ocean, and you're going to see a lot of fish just come up floating and that. So that's a good way to go fishing, I guess. They said. All right, hi tits for tots and that. I'm about ready to check out of here real quick and that. But yeah, YouTube is a hobby. It can be very expensive if you choose to make it expensive. I'm not harping on the channels that does it like that. I have seen channels that spend tens of thousands of dollars on equipment, and we're talking about channels that don't spend that much, but they get grief for it. I hate to say that, but that's true. There's a lot of channels, they spend tens of thousands of dollars on their equipment. They get, look at the microphone I use, just tax and all, came about $16, and it works just as good. I think it works just as good as a $250 microphone I was offered by somebody. It told me to buy a $250 microphone, which is like a radio studio microphone. I'm not going to spend that kind of money if this does the job. If this does the job, I'm good to go. And that I've always liked the idea. Get more bang for your buck. Cheaper is not always better, but you get what you pay for. And I got what I paid for this and that. And I like to get more bang for my buck. And tonight's video is going to see somewhat like about that. And tomorrow night's video is going to be explaining a few things about that, basically, how you get more bang for your buck. And I kind of love it, too. I always buy things when it's on sale as possible because I don't like pay full price and that. So no matter what I do in life, if you can find it cheaper, take advantage of the deals. But sometimes a deal can be too good to be true. But yeah, if you're gonna be a YouTube creator, basically we're gonna. I said this many times and that. If you're gonna be a YouTube creator, remember. If you're going to have a computer system, it's going to be expensive to run. You're going to have good internet. You're going to have to pay for good internet, basically. If you're going to be editing your videos, you're going to need editing software. You can look for them. I can suggest, if you're tight on your budget, I suggest Movie Maker through a third party. It's going to run you about $30, and that's Movie Maker. Otherwise, the higher end is going to run you about anywhere from $75 on up. That's going to be an expense. You have to figure that in too, and that. There's also, like I said, cameras. If you're going to use one camera, let's say something like this could set you back about $250. But if you have to buy a memory card to go with this, that's going to set you back another $16 to $20, depending where you get it, depending on how many gigs you're going to get a memory on it. The one I'm using is, if I can pop it out real quick here, I think it's 16. No, this is 32. This is 32 gigabytes of memory. And if I set this on the higher settings, I'm going to get 1 hour and 18 minutes of recording time. But if I set it on the lower settings, I get 5 hours recording time. It all depends. Anyone can tell on the videos anyway, but you might not. When I did the Cedar Point, I had to set it on the lower settings to get more videos done. And that. So yeah, and that's also another expense too. If you pay it by the month, that also can add up real quick. Yeah. So yeah, it can add up real quick there. I would say if you get a one-time fee, do it. If you pay it by the month, that's just extra expense there too. Basically, it is an expensive proposition and that. So, sorry, Rudy, I had to point that out. But yeah, that's and that. But yeah, it does work. It does make good quality videos and that. But it is what it is and that. But like I said. Every channel does their videos their way. Okay, every channel does their way. I know $40 is a lot a month in that, and if it's a If I like the one-time fee and pay for updates. Basically, that will help out in that. So, but if it helps to get you quality videos, I have no issues over it. Like I said, YouTube creators will spend what it takes to provide you videos and all that stuff. It provides you the videos you want to see, and hopefully you guys subscribe and watch those videos. Okay, basically, expenses is up to the creator how expensive they want to run their channel. Every creator runs their channel differently, and don't get mad at Rudy because he's spending, whatever on his channel. But there's a lot of channels out there that has a lot of expenses. Even some of the bigger channels, they pay somebody else to edit their videos so they can do more of so they can continue doing videos themselves. There's a lot of YouTubers out there would has extra expenses. The larger channels will have a lot more expenses. Just be aware of that, basically, because they got a lot more, because they make a lot more money. They have sponsorships and all that stuff. So basically, they're going to spend a lot more on their channels, and they'll have somebody edit the videos for them while they continue creating content. They just focus on creating content. They hire somebody else to do the editing of that content that they film, basically. But I see that happen. That is happening here on YouTube, where someone will videos, and they pay somebody else to do the editing for them. It does happen here on the platform. So what I like is you're able to keep the cost down, but you get what you get. You're not going to get a high quality video or something like that. But hey, sometimes that's worth watching because they're trying in that. And I do have a subscriber down in St. Louis. They're just starting out their channel. I promoted it last night on last night's video. Towards the end, I promoted it, and they're learning. They just bought a new webcam for their channel, for their home live shows. They're having issues with it. We give them a benefit out because they're relatively new. Remember, when I first came out, when Angie and I came out with our first video, remember, we filmed on this. We filmed on this. Not a very good quality video, but at least it was a video. Then we was given this camera by Angie's mom. It did improve somewhat, but still questionable quality video. Still questionable quality, basically. But we still use this once in a while. And of course, we were given this. This is the workhorse. This is the workhorse. And of course, we do have this, and we do have this. This one I'm having issues. Smudge inside the lens. But this one, 50% was paid for by our subscribers. And I come out the out-of-pocket ourselves. And of course, don't forget the chargers. Yeah, added expense for us. And when we got this computer right here, I'm talking to you guys on, we had to pay for Movie Maker that set us back a little bit and all that stuff. And it was a one-time fee. And I think the current video editing software was paid for by one of our other subscribers. I'm hoping that's a one-time fee. But there is upgrades I could choose to get. I gotta let that person know if I'm interested in an upgrade and that. So right now, if I keep my basic editing to a basic, I'm good. That's the way our channel's gonna go. They say, what's that word? KISS. KISS. Does anybody? I know it says KISS, but what does KISS mean? Real quick. If you know the letters by individual, does anybody want to take a stab at it? What KISS really means when it comes to YouTubing and other stuff? It comes to editing and all that stuff. KISS, not just kissing. No, it means something else. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what it is. Trust me, that's what it is. Keep things simple, stupid, and you'll be fine, basically. If we keep things simple, and we'll be stupid doing it. Yep. Yep. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's all we try to do. We keep it simple, and we're stupid doing it, too. But we keep it simple. That's what we try to do. and that. So I'll tell you what, yeah, don't forget, yeah, I forgot to show these. These were extra expenses too on that. And if we do anything else and all that stuff, just keep your costs down if you wanted to and all that stuff. So that's it. Thank you, Rudy, one last time on that. If anybody else did, I'll look into. Thank you very much again for any PayPal donations we might get, even if it's a little as $1 and that. But minus the fee, it's just a large soda someplace here in town, cheap. That. So, all right, that's it. We're out of here. I'm all overdue. But yeah, YouTube can be an expensive hobby. Our goals is just like every YouTuber on the platform is to reach our goals of 1,000 subscribers and $4,000 of watch time. I don't have an issue with that. I just needed to get to 1,000 subscribers. Just to hope to get some monetizations and all that stuff. Otherwise, I think we're going to be good for the next few months because of one donation. So thank you very much once again. And that. So, yep. Yeah, I would say that too. I really wasn't really reading the comments and that because I was trying to get my point across too. Everybody has their own points. Rudy has his point, why he had to do what he had to do. Everybody else has their points, what they want to do, how they want to do it. Everybody has their own different points, and our points is just try to keep it simple. Keep it simple. We don't want to. I'm not gonna run out and get an $800 camera because I used to own an $800 camera. I used to own an $800 camera at one time. You know how I paid for it? It was called poker. It was poker. It was an online poker before the government shut it down. That was back in that was back in 2017. And we had that camera for a couple of years. And we was thinking about doing vlogs on it. We were thinking about starting up we had another YouTube channel. We were thinking about doing vlogs, but it was eating up too much. Batteries was just regular AA batteries. And they were not rechargeable. And just to film a vlog with a camera, our battery prices went through the roof. So we didn't see it was feasible for us back then. So now they got these rechargeable cameras that rechargeable batteries that works really well in that. And I'm kind of happy with this battery charger that we got from Amazon with a nice backup battery for this camera. So that's why we keep this camera charged by using this. So so if you see, we have a battery in there already, and this is the backup battery we have charged. So we have a charged battery at all times, so we don't have to worry about this cord. I just cannot upload it to. I have to take the card out to upload it to the computer. That's basically what I had to do in that. So, but we will be investing in a new camera in 2019, sometime in 2019, hopefully. Hopefully after our big expenses are done, because I got to get a printer yet. Then we have to get a backup computer, basically, just in case something happens to this one. It's nice to have a backup computer. So it's called a backup plan. But until then, Angie wants to get out of town this summer, so we got to do that first. All right? So keep your expenses. I mean, if you're a new YouTuber, if you're really new to the platform, if in case someone is chiming in late that just started their channel, keep your expenses low as possible, and maybe, hopefully, if you set up your proper donation links, someone probably can help you out financially to help fund it, basically. But make sure you follow those orders directly, because you don't want to be the other channel. Oh, I'm going to donate you $1,000 to get your car fixed, and you find out you spend that donation on something like eating, drinking, eating, and that. So then you make videos of it. Then you still complain why you don't have your car fixed and that. You don't want to be that channel and that. So, all right, we're going to cut out of here. I'm on too long. I got to cook an early supper. I got to get tuna noodles ready. Angie's going to be home real quick here, but she's going to be home for a couple hours, and she's got to take off. I got to take off and all that stuff. So we got to cut out of here. See everybody next time. Just remember, YouTube is a hobby, but it's going to be costly if you choose to make it costly. But it is your channel. Do what you want. Do what pleases you. If you need a little financial help to help fund the channel, just say just to help fund the channel. But you got to remember, we do have personal household expenses we have to say. We do have to pay for the apartment. We do have our cable, internet, phone. We do have renter's insurance we have to pay. Plus, we have to put groceries on the item. I just got, and I'm going to be getting a package from Amazon. We pay for it ourselves. I'm getting 2 shirts, and we're getting Angie's backup safety belt with a flashing light. Basically, that's it. That's what, and we're expecting that package sometime next week. And we might do an unboxing video and see what we have. Basically, be interesting. But that's already bought and paid for already. Because I order it on the 8th. It's delivering on the 14th. But I'm thinking around the 15th. I don't know for sure. But it says supposed to be delivered Monday. But I think it's more like Tuesday. So I'll track it to make sure. Actually, they just shipped it last night, basically. So they just finally shipped it last night. So it'll be a while, a couple of days before it gets to us. Hopefully we get it Monday. So we'll probably do an unboxing video. That'll be up on Wednesday night. Basically, we already bought it and paid for it ourselves. And that. So, all right. Thank you very much for watching. We're out of here. I know we're 25 minutes went over. But thank you for watching. If you're going to be a YouTube creator, it is your channel. It all depends your final cost of production. Basically, that's it. With cameras, computers, internet, what else? Okay, just remember, YouTubers, that is their production cost. Okay, you have to think about their production costs to provide you that video that you so enjoy. If you really enjoy it, if I had the finances, I would donate to those channels too. But the best thing I can do is watch the videos and try to share it and talk about it to other people and say, hey, did you check out this video here? Check out this video. It's good. Check it out. And that. So, all right, we're out of here. Don't forget, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we are done. Bye.